So I just got done practicing guitar for about 2 hours. That's kind of been my length of practice times lately because I've been sort of setting myself up to have sort of blocks within the practice, like 30 minutes warm up, 30 minutes working on solos or songs I'm working on, 30 minutes working on songs that I'm writing, and then 30 minutes maybe studying some theory or learning the fretboard in some way. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to hit a different plateau of guitar playing, which has happened to me a couple of times so far. So anyone that's watching this channel that doesn't know, I have been primarily a drummer for over 10 years. I think it's 13 years or something like that. I started in 6th grade and played percussion all through 6th grade through high school. I was in marching band, and then I kind of stopped playing drums, and then I picked up drum set maybe 5 years ago, and then after that, I decided to start playing guitar, which I think the first time I actually started playing was about 3 years ago, but I didn't really start taking it seriously until about a year ago. And by taking it seriously, I mean developing a practice routine that was at least an hour, usually more like 2, and doing that every single day, which so far in my experience has really been the only way to see progress, because for those first 2 years, I was kind of picking up the guitar, learning chords, strumming, learning some scales and stuff, which is important. Those are the foundational elements of learning guitar. You have to do those things, but I do feel like to make serious progress, like you really have to play every day, or at least have like a 5-day schedule, like play every weekday, take the weekends off. Taking breaks definitely helps. I recently took like a 10-day long break, and coming back from it, I felt pretty refreshed as far as my approach to the guitar. And I was really inspired to kind of change up my regimen and sort of find different exercises. So in all of this, like throughout this journey, my personal journey with guitar, I really initially just wanted to be good enough to be able to write stuff for songs, because I've also been producing for about as long as I've been drumming. So over 10 years, maybe 13, 15 years. So I really just wanted to be good enough to be able to, solo over some productions. But as time has gone on, I've been producing less and actually just getting more interested in playing guitar itself, learning, the theory behind it and everything else. And luckily I have theory. I have an education in music theory from playing all through school. So I was never approaching guitar as like a blank slate. Like I already kind of knew how to read music and how to understand rhythm, intervals, and scales and chords and things like that. So that's definitely helped me. But pretty much at some point, my goal turned into, I just really want to get good at guitar, and my goal right now is to be good enough to play in a band. I think I could play maybe some rhythm or some lead in a band right now, and I would be okay. It just depends on the skill level that is necessary for the parts that are being written, but I could do it right now. I really just want to continue to feel more and more confident in my playing and more free, so that I'm able to just make choices on the fretboard that don't feel limited by either technical or theory in any way. Like I just want to be able to play what I hear in my mind, and I think I'm on the way to that. But another aspect of getting good is, I want to do something with this channel that involves guitar. I think right now I do have some exercises that I've been coming up with on my own, and sort of my process for making exercises is I'll try to learn a solo, and when there's a part of the solo that involves like a bend that's kind of hard or a run that's hard to play, I'll develop an exercise that is like perfectly catered towards getting that done and becoming better at that actual aspect. So I think soon I might make some videos that go through that process sort of, and how I create my own exercises, because mostly what I do is like I'll create, I use FL Studio as my DAW, but I'll just have this, I'll have a loop like that and play certain things over, that metronome. I try to make it like an interesting loop or something that sounds good to, to play over. And then I have some more, even more complex. Yeah. So right here I have like this sort of the same thing, but with a loop, or not a loop, but different chords. And pretty much what I do with this is, what I'll do with this is I take this arpeggio exercise that I learned from, this right here. Robbie Barnby has a really good guitar channel, but he has like an arpeggio workout, and basically what I did was laid out every chord for it. So this is the major 7 arpeggio, and what I'll do is play it like this. You get the picture. Goodness grief. Anyway, so I will create a lot of files in FL Studio that serve different purposes like that, like just my own looping tracks. You know, I might just do a chord progression in E major, put a drum beat that I like, solo over it, and sometimes I can just take that and make a song out of it because it's already, I'm already producing. I'm already producing the, you know, the chords and the drums because I like playing over stuff that sounds good. So eventually some of those just turn into songs or whatever. Yeah, I don't want this to get too long, but I just wanted to talk about my practice session and how I feel like things have been going for me as a guitarist. Some of my goals. I definitely have posted some stuff recently of me playing guitar where I'm like, people may not respect the level that I'm at, so why would I have a channel where I'm like trying to tell people how to get better or do certain things on guitar? But I think that no matter what level you're at, there's somebody that could learn something from you. Personally, I'll go on YouTube and try to find certain guitar tutorials or lessons, and they'll be way above the level that I need personally. So I think maybe me being in this sort of beginner to intermediate stage of playing guitar, it might be a good time for me to make some lessons for people that are closer to that level, sort of put into those videos tips and tricks that I've taken from videos that are more advanced and broken them down into how I've learned to interpret those videos when they were way beyond the level of me being able to interpret them. I'm gonna probably practice a little bit more, and I hope everybody else out there is having a great day. I hope everyone else is practicing some guitar, some drums, or some type of instrument, or creating, or doing whatever it is that makes you happy. I'm gonna sign off now, and you want it to be one way, but it's the other way.